against skin weathered by long days at sea. A tiny shaving cut lay under his crooked chin. I'd lived on the Majesty for 11 years now, and I still didn't know what he looked like with a beard. Whether his day included meeting a client or sitting alone by the constant sea, every last hair would see the blade of his razor. To my surprise, he placed his hands firmly on my shoulders. In an instant, the stern merchant ship captain was gone, replaced by my father.
Lane, I mean it. They've erected a new sign on the way into town, a big Jilly black. Whether you agree about the danger or not, you'll remain inside my cabin or below decks until I return. Do you understand?
My frown deepened. I'd been Lane Garrow since I was 5 days old, yet he still felt it necessary to lecture me. Did he truly think I could forget that the pompous King Urion's palace loomed on the cliffs above us right now? I do understand the danger. Really. It wasn't a promise, exactly, but he finally nodded.
Good. I'll bring you back a crow sweet. I'm dying for potatoes myself, ones that don't stink like Julian's armpits.
I fought a smile and lost. Agreed. Father gave my shoulders a squeeze.
I'll see you in a few hours. We'll dine like lords tonight.
He stalked down the gangplank and past the odd stranger without giving him a glance. The boy still stood rooted in place, a stone in the river of workers, gazing at the Majesty behind me. He took in her grand masts and furrowed sails with the awe of a child. If he'd noticed the exchange with my father, he didn't seem to think much of it. Or he was better at pretending than I gave him credit for. I examined him for a long moment. He was 16, possibly 17 days, medium oak hair, skin untouched by the sun, slender build. I'd seen most of it before. Boys leaving home for the first time, seeking work and adventure and escaping the demands of their parents. But something about this one felt different. Definitely the boots. I waited till Father disappeared into the crowd before striding down the gangplank myself, set on driving the boy off. The Majesty took on sailors of all skill levels, but social levels were another matter entirely. He could take his pretty boots and pretty eyes to the mum's commoner across the harbor.
"Lane!"
Barry shouted, barreling up the gangplank to stop me halfway down.
"Be Captain Garrow here! You won't be believing what I just heard!"
At 14, my station partner, Barry, was the youngest sailor on the ship. He just didn't know it, since I was supposed to be younger. His hammock was homespun rather than shop-made, and he quietly sent most of his earnings home to his 14-member family in a distant farming town. He could wander Huon alone without a second glance. Meanwhile, I had to hide like a scared child. Again. I can believe near anything. I kept one eye on the stranger.
"Not this,"
Barry said, breathless with excitement.
"That filthy pirate's been freed. Captain Belza."
Now I was the one gawking. Dread set me stiff as a board. What?
"It be true. Heard it in town. 2 officials be talking about it. Then I heard it again from a soldier. Massao's new ruler set him free for good. Remus, I think?"
I tried to speak, but the words felt caught in my suddenly dry throat. "Rasmus," I managed. "He became Krall of Massao when his father died last month. But Belza? Are you certain?"
"Aye, positive."
That was news. The last remaining member of Elena the Conqueror's pirate crew had rotted in a dungeon in Massao for the past decade. It had been incredibly difficult for the old Krall to capture the pirate in the first place. Why would his son free the man?
"There be even more."
Barry leaned forward. His wide-set green eyes were a startling contrast to his black hair. It was a combination I wished the skies had bestowed upon me, instead of my rat-brown everything.
"They say Captain Belza be asking around, looking for someone. Care to guess who?"
King Urion? The Huon king had been the one to deliver Belza into the original Krall's hands. Both had been desperate to lock him away, declaring that he'd never see freedom again.